Hello and welcome to Take a Sip podcast. My name is Amilcar.
And I'm Tito, aka Alpha Penguin.
This is our new podcast where we bring topics to the table and share it with one another while we sip on our favorite beverages.
Come chill with us and listen to some of our opinions and mostly nerd culture, but the occasional pop culture topics. We will even have special guests, aka our friends, cousins, and even some of our siblings. To start off, we actually just wanted to go over some of the new video games actually coming out in 2020 that we either know about, heard about, are excited about, and just our basic opinions. Like, for instance, the new game that everyone's playing right now, Fall Guys, was it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not so new if you want to say it like that. It actually got released back in February of this year, but it's definitely picking up traction now.
Yeah. And because it's a different type of battle royale game to what we're also used to, like the whole Fortnite and Modern Warfare Warzone.
Like it's definitely a spin on the battle royale that we're used to seeing.
Exactly, because it's always like everyone's shooting with guns, like get the armor, get your backpack, get whatever. This one's no one's shooting anyone.
I mean, you play as a cute little jelly bean looking, like unthreatening little jelly bean of a guy just running around avoiding objects or throwing objects at other people.
And that's just a basic skin. Like there's still skins you could put, like a furry werewolf. What was it? A chicken that you could find, like a tooth.
Pineapple.
You could put a pineapple.
No, but this game was developed by Mediatonic, but they've done a great job in this game. This is definitely a game I want to give a try myself.
Oh, definitely.
Personally.
Yeah.
We definitely should go a few rounds in this game because this game looks like people enjoy it a lot for sure.
It is, and it's just like so bright and colorful. It's more. It reminds me so much of. Do you remember the show Wipeout?
Yes. It reminds me so much of that.
That's what it looks like. It looks
like a game show type of,
really
like a video game.
Because you have like the spinning, what is like those spinning foam rollers.
Yeah, that knock you out easily.
Yeah,
they just progressively get faster.
Swinging balls rolling down hills at you at like incredible speeds. It's so funny.
It kind of sucks though because it's only available for PS4 and PC.
Yeah.
Like for people who play Xbox, you kind of out of luck with this one.
Unfortunately, me.
Unfortunately.
But I do definitely want to like find a way to get into the game.
And talking about getting into the game, another game is Ghost of Tsushima. Is definitely a game I want to look into as well because that definitely looks like an interesting game.
It really does. Yeah.
Especially with the news they dropped yesterday that they're coming out with a potential multiplayer online. That's huge news for the people who already got the game, and supposedly this multiplayer is going to be free for people who already own the game. So that's a huge plus, especially for the developers who made this game, Sucker Punch Productions. You could tell they're very consumer friendly if they're giving out free content to people who already purchased their game.
Exactly. Like a lot of games, aka Bungie, need to like really see this, like because they're giving something out to their dedicated players who have bought the game, who have been behind this game. Like it's a beautiful game. I've seen a whole bunch of gameplay.
It's gorgeous.
It's amazing. Like the fact that they're doing something like this and giving it for free to it's again, like it's dedicated players, like shows, like they care about their consumers. Like
Yeah,
it's
very consumer friendly for
like
sure.
exactly, like that's a way to keep your audience. I get
Yeah.
not to throw people under the bus, Bungie.
More
Like
like EA.
that them too.
All the sports games.
Oh my god, I never understood EA games. Like
I mean, no one does, man. It's a pay-to-win system. Come on.
it's not even that. It's always like I don't know, like 2K and like
But I mean,
it's
I see my own brother buying packs on packs on Madden, and I'm like, why are you buying, spending 20, $30 on, you know, on, you know, a possibility of getting a 99 overall whatever player, and your percentage is so low, it's below 1%. Like, why? That's a gambling like system at that point, you know?
Okay, so you might probably know. So what's the difference from like what they put out, let's say 2K20 and 2K21? Like it's just like
It's
what
very minute. They just update the roster. That's all they do is update the roster and make maybe some minor graphic changes here and there.
Oh no. Like nothing against EA players, but yikes.
Yeah, that's a big yikes on their end when it comes to that, dude.
Definitely. Another game that just recently released was Mortal Shell.
Mhm.
Do you know anything of Mortal Shell?
No, but it does sound interesting though.
So the way I see it, because I've seen some early gameplay from Mr. Fruit on YouTube, and I
Mhm.
know the full game right now was released, and I know like H2O Delirious is playing it. The developer Cold Symmetry. I don't know why that was so hard to say. The game is very
Dark Souls.
Dark Soul-esque, exactly. Like
Hmm.
there's the whole parry system, the whole make your way through these woods, fight like mini enemies who are just attacking you,
Mhm.
the possibility of dropping loot to upgrade your character, and then you walk into this big room and oh no, you're in a boss room all of a sudden. Like
Oh.
that's the vibe I get from it.
Okay.
But I know there are some subtle differences. But again, a lot from what I have read and seen of the gameplay is very Dark Souls-esque. So unless you're
That's
really
interesting.
into that, yeah. But from what I hear and from what I've seen, it is like a more updated type of thing. So it will probably catch new players and new viewers' attention.
Oh, definitely. If it's a new release, it's definitely going to catch a lot of, especially if it's a Dark Souls, especially if it's as difficult as the Dark Souls
Yeah.
series is,
Mm-hmm.
then it's definitely going to build up that reputation for sure.
Oh, for sure.
So that's a game to keep an eye out and see what progresses on that end, and see how
Definitely.
people review it and how people
See
perceive
it.
it for sure. And
Uh,
is this a PS4 exclusive? No, I don't think so, right?
no.
It's for all
It's in
systems.
all platforms. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Right?
Yeah.
That's definitely one to keep an eye out for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Two titles I actually wanted to bring up to you because they definitely hit our childhood is the
Mm-hmm.
Samurai Jack and Crash Bandicoot 4. Have you heard of these?
Yes, I've heard of the Crash Bandicoot 4 remastered coming, or the new game coming.
Yes.
For I've heard of it, but I have not seen anything about it, and I think I want to keep it that way for now.
Well, to like dive into it a little bit, all I know is that it's just picking up the story from where it was
from the
left
third one.
off. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I would definitely want to see, because I've seen I haven't played it myself, but I definitely seen gameplay and I've been following it. So I definitely want to see how it visually looks and how the story is going to progress for
Yeah,
that, for sure.
definitely. Like if it hits home like the whole Spyro the Dragon game hit, like this is also gonna have a big audience with like the older gamers for like
Yeah, definitely
the
is going to
nostalgia
hit.
factor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to call people back to that.
Yeah, definitely.
But
And then there's,
Samurai Jack, yeah, that
yeah.
sounds interesting to me, because I've not heard of any news on this one.
Okay. It's again multi-platform, so PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, and PC. From what I'm seeing, it's pretty much like what the whole show was on. I never really fully saw Samurai Jack when it was on television.
I didn't, trust me, man. I binge watched that so much.
But it is Samurai Jack battle through time, so you are probably going through eras of being a samurai,
Wow.
being a ninja, and then
Oh
just
man.
defeating like enemies as like time progresses until you finally get to Aku at the end, I'm guessing.
Mhm. Oh
So
man.
that's definitely a game I want to see. It is I believe, yeah, it's just an action game from
And
Soleo.
that's releasing, I'm guessing, September or
Uh,
October.
it doesn't fully say yet. It just says 2020. So I believe, unfortunately,
Anticipated around holiday. Yeah.
most likely,
Probably November or something like that. September,
probably,
late September.
probably.
And talking about November, talk about a lineup of games coming out in November, man. You got Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
Ooh,
Cyberpunk 2077, and Destiny 2 Beyond Light coming out, man.
okay.
What a what a jam-packed month, man. That
Oh
is
yeah.
ridiculous to even comprehend the sheer value of freaking hours people are gonna put in games, dude.
Oh,
Of the month
100%.
of November, man.
It's and we've already seen how dedicated the whole Destiny Destiny players is. Like,
Yeah, us two being Destiny, players ourselves, dedicated Destiny players ourselves.
mhm.
That's definitely a one we're definitely keeping an eye out for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Um,
Especially the fact like they're bringing in new
subclasses
subclasses, the light
entire, man.
subclasses, because you're right now we're collecting darkness and
Hmm.
light. So eventually the light, oh sorry, the darkness just becomes a whole new subclass for us. So that's definitely going to be an
Yeah,
interesting thing to see.
it's definitely going to be a story driven, hopefully, with a new raid and all that stuff, very anticipated. I know the Destiny community is definitely super hyped, but at the same time, kind of dry in Destiny right now. So,
Yeah,
November cannot come any sooner for people.
yeah. Well, it originally got pushed back,
Yeah,
not just due
from
to
its
the
September due date.
release, yeah, but not just due to the pandemic. I think they also just wanted to do
Few touches here
a
and
few
there.
touches here and there. Yeah, they probably realized some of the minor errors that they could adjust in time.
Hmm.
You also mentioned Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk?
Yeah, Cyberpunk
Eh,
77
Well,
and
well,
Assassin's Creed.
yeah, well, Assassin's Creed's Assassin's Creed. I'm a
Oh,
big
but this
fan.
one looks.
Like,
I'm not a huge fan of Assassin's Creed,
mhm,
but this one does look interesting because it's Vikings, and that kind of caused my attention a little bit.
true. And to my knowledge, it's the second, I believe, the second female like lead that they have in that game. Because the other one was when you were able to play as the brother and sister. Oh no, Odyssey, when you were able to play as the sister as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I believe that's right.
I think that's right. Yeah,
Um,
but Cyberpunk Cyberpunk 77.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know anything about Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk takes place. It's a role-playing game. It's pretty much GTA, but in a cyberpunk world. Pretty much. That's
Okay.
the gist I'm getting from. Supposedly it's coming out for all systems, and what I'm hearing is when the new systems come out, you know, the PS5 and Xbox Series X comes out in 2021 or whenever they do come out, people who already got the game, for example, on PS4 or Xbox or whatever the case may be, they have a free upgrade with it, which is very consumer friendly. That's huge on, you know, the developers who made this game. That they already told their customers, like, it's a free upgrade as soon as that comes out. You guys can transfer everything to the new system, which is huge on their part.
Is that Keanu Reeves that I'm seeing like in a lot of it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
He's in the game.
I don't know if you've seen that meme about, you know, him coming out promoting this game,
No,
where someone called him like, you're gorgeous, and then he's like, no, you're gorgeous to people.
Oh,
Just
really?
yelling. Yeah.
Oh God, I gotta see it.
Yeah, you gotta pull it up sometime, but it's hilarious, man.
All right,
Oh
I'll
man.
definitely look into that.
No, but Cyberpunk is definitely a game. If you're really into like GTA 5, very open world role-playing games, that's definitely a game to keep an eye out. Supposedly there's a lot of customization coming through with it.
I know about the customization. I heard that's like one big thing. Like there's a very bigger type of customization than there was to
even up to the point where there was some controversy against that of how much there was, because the people who played the alpha, supposedly you can even, you know, change, you know, your sex, and you could even change your size, you know, in certain things. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Men and female, change both sides in any way you want. So there was definitely controversy on that. So,
okay.
I mean, when they said very detailed, they kind of meant it, I guess.
Oh, Jesus.
So, I mean, that's something to definitely keep an eye out, but not too close, you know.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I know. It's very, you know, it's a nuanced thing, but we'll see how it goes.
Imagine, like, then you have people sitting there and creating jiggle physics for these things.
I wonder which developer was in charge of that. He probably had a grand time.
Oh my god.
On both ends.
Oh god. All right. Well, that's something to definitely keep an eye on.
Another game that might come out in 2020. These are games that might come out, might not come out. They're still open to open, but I'm hoping this is one game I definitely want to see someone play. I probably won't play it personally myself. Is Little Nightmares 2.
Yes, I know
you've seen it. I know how excited you like talking about this because I like talking about Little Nightmares and how creepy the lore behind it and all that stuff is. It's pretty interesting to me.
Definitely. Like I'm right now. I'm actually playing through Little Nightmares, the first original one, and the DLC. So hopefully, I'll be putting out those videos. YouTube.com/AlphaPenguin13.
There you go. Definitely reach out to them, guys.
There's nothing on there right now, but please stay tuned. But yes, I definitely saw a little bit of Little Nightmares 2, and I got very happy very quick.
Definitely a game to very anticipated for that.
Like they just know how to do. They just did a lot of it right. Like you don't need dialogue to create atmosphere, to create a world.
They know exactly what they're doing when it comes to creating atmosphere.
From the characters, just those sounds that they make.
It's crazy.
It's already been 3 years since Little Nightmares came out, so pretty much just the first monster you're going by, just the little freaky sounds that come out of his mouth is so disturbing that you just want to get out of the room much quicker. Like, oh, just thinking about it, sends chills down my spine. Like, I'm so glad I made past that boss.
Oh no, man.
Quick, but
It's
yeah.
definitely a game that I'm looking forward to seeing, and hopefully, we see it on your channel for sure in the future.
Yeah.
Any other game that we might see this year?
From what I'm seeing, those were like the main ones I was very happy to see.
Same. There was one game that I was pretty concerned for, which is Halo Infinite.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Halo Infinite. It says it's a supposedly release date of December this year, but it's still up in the air. From the fans' reactions and me seeing the gameplay myself online,
Yeah.
it does raise some concerns for me that they have the right intentions. I hope so, they do.
Yeah.
But it's, by the looks of it, it's coming to be almost like an open world Halo, which fans are not accustomed to, for sure, especially for Halo.
Because it's always story based. So
it's always linear story driven, especially, following Master Chief himself, this. But people were confused. There's a very mixed emotions. People are happy it's a new Halo game, new direction and whatnot. But then there's, people who play off maybe too much of nostalgia from Halo 3 and 2 are like, oh, this is not what Halo is,
But like you said, there's a lot of concern for the game. They really have to pull off something big to redeem Halo. Because even still then, just doing like the whole Master Chief collection was still very iffy when it originally happened.
It was mixed emotions on that as well.
Yeah, and even
people were happy seeing, Halos 1, 2, and 3 remastered technically, but 3, 4, 5 there for them didn't really cut it.
Yeah, I mean, so hopefully they pull something off with the whole pushing back the release date. Because it is such an Xbox type of game, I know they might be presenting it with the new Xbox that's coming out.
That's the hope, at least.
That's the hope, at least. But even still, then, like, how much is that really gonna help?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is it for the very first episode of Take a Sip.
I hope you guys enjoyed this so much. Hopefully we could do this as much as we can, especially, it's always going to happen. There's always going to be gaming news, movie news, nerd culture news for sure, stuff that pops up that we're always going to try to cover.
Yeah, for sure. So hopefully you all stick around with us and take a sip with us next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.